Are you trying to ask what our 11's going to be? Because we're not going to be announcing that at this stage. No, look, I mean, all our backup bowlers have got something they can add to the mix. There's no doubt about that. The challenge is always to pick the 11 that you think's most likely to win this Test match, and we've got to balance the different attributes those bowlers have with what we think is going to be most effective, and we'll be announcing that decision at the toss.
I think for Australia's motivation, I think it's quite simple. They feel they really have to win here, and the stage of the series would, I guess, in a way, make that obvious. But from your perspective, I mean, do you view this Test match in the same way, that it really is one you have to grab this opportunity now?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we've obviously got some good momentum in the series from how we played in Adelaide, but that counts for nothing if we give it away here this week. So. It's about us keeping our feet on the ground, remembering what we've done well so far in this series, and making sure we replicate that. So, we've had a good 7 or 8 days off away from Test match cricket. The intensity dropped over that period. It's important we get the intensity again and start this game well. It's going to be crucial. That first day is going to be very important. Well, I think in a lot of ways it's a good thing, actually, because you can get too caught up in the euphoria and expect to just be able to turn up and bowl teams out again. And that's not the way cricket works. You've got to earn the right to get on top of opposition sides. So I think it's been quite helpful in a sense to get away from it for a few days, let it sink in, come to Perth, realise that these are going to be slightly different conditions, and what we need to do as both batters and bowlers here is slightly different to Adelaide. And build up those energy reserves, because it's going to be 5 hot days here, and we're going to need to play consistent cricket over the entire match.
You've got a couple of younger fast bowlers in your squad, and the whacker, some fast bowlers in the past have fallen into the trap of trying to bowl short, etc. Did you give them a word of advice as to what possibly is required here, as opposed to maybe, say, Adelaide?
Yeah, I mean, we're quite fortunate in the sense we spent 10 days here preparation-wise at the start of the tour. We played a 3-day game. So I think the guys know what sort of lengths you need to bowl on this wicket. But generally in Australia, and I think even more so here, it's about consistency, building up pressure, being able to do it for 6 balls and over and not 4 or 5. So that's one thing we've done pretty well in this series, and hopefully we'll be able to continue that now. No, it's up to them. They're their own people. No, I mean, I think it's been a great fillip for the squad to have the families here. Obviously, 6 weeks or so in each other's pockets. Dinner time conversation gets a bit staid and boring after a while. So it's been great to have the families here. It always provides a big lift when they arrive. And I think that kind of good, positive, warm feeling is a nice way to start a Test match. So, we're in a good place mentally, and hopefully we'll transfer that onto the pitch. Jimmy's fine, absolutely spot on. Again, I think he feels happy that he has managed to get there for the berth and see the berth, and that kind of slightly euphoric feeling he's brought back with him. So he's cock a hoop. He's excited about playing this game, and obviously we need him to stand up and play a leading role for us. No, he slept absolutely fine. That's hard for me to answer really at this stage. I don't know about the accuracy of lie detector tests and all that sort of stuff. But what I do know, and that's probably more important, is that we don't want the whiff of anything suspicious going on in the game. We've seen how disruptive it is and how detrimental to the game of cricket it is. So, the devil of all these things is in the detail. And if we have to take extreme measures, then in order to be 100% confident that the games are being played in the right spirit, then I'd certainly be happy to do that.
As a basic principle, you and the team have no qualms?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to think about the arguments one side and another first, if I'm honest. But the principle behind it, the principle of having 22 guys on the pitch that are absolutely 100% certain, or the supporters are 100% certain of playing the game for the right reasons, that's a good thing. I don't know. I don't think it's going to zip all over the place, if I'm honest. But there is a fair covering of green grass on it. I can't imagine it's going to be a kind of 6 or 7 down by lunch type wicket. But who knows? And actually, spending too much speculating about it isn't helpful to us, I don't think. It's about adapting to the conditions as you find them. And certainly our record in kind of reading wickets hasn't been that good. So the guys have got to get out there and play the situation when it occurs.